Yeah.
Hey, move over.
What? Move over. Yeah.
Hi, everybody. Good
Friend.
morning.
Hi,
This
honeys.
thing was all like this, and I was like,
I'm on some. There's Zay Zay behind the computer.
good morning, good
That
morning,
makes
good morning,
no
good morning,
sense.
good morning.
You're out of control. Good morning, good people. It is Monday. I hope everybody had a fantastic weekend. It was definitely, man, it was a busy weekend. Can I tell you?
What?
I can't hear me.
Absolutely.
Turn me up
Oh.
in my headphones.
There you go.
Yeah. So, hey,
Go ahead and turn that down.
hey.
That's usually what you do. I
Right.
don't know why. This ain't no audio. You guys can't hear us. You guys can hear
You
us.
can hear
Stephanie
us.
says no audio.
That's
I think,
because she was on.
and then it went, yeah. Anyway, it is a gorgeous Monday outside. It's very cloudy and rainy. But the flowers are looking up like everybody's grass right now is looking up like, oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes,
Thank
yes,
you. Oh,
yes, yes.
Oh, thank you. That was weird. I don't do that no more.
Right. Well, let me tell you, the rain was very welcomed. I liked it.
Yeah.
It's been hot, so I like a good rain where I can stay inside and
Right.
watch TV and power and all that stuff and football and
Power
just,
and football.
man, it was good. It was a good weekend. But Friday we had a text party up here with Rosie Gonzalez, and
Okay.
so that was fun. Like we were just, talked about voting, had a voting conversation,
Yep.
and listened to why we should vote for her. In fact, she's coming in tomorrow morning,
Nice.
so we'll talk to her then. But it was good stuff. We had fun with drinks and pizza, more pizza.
More pizza.
We had some pizza weekend for me.
Yeah.
Pizza and wings all weekend.
Love
So that was just a good time, a good night. And then Saturday, we actually did, me and Doshi did brunch at Tucker's. And so much
Nice.
fun, like the patio and just chilling and relaxing. Funny thing was, it was like 11 something, right? UTSA people, because started football
Sure.
this week, so all of our tailgaters were like getting ready. They was on their way to the Alamo Dome, and I kept looking at the clock like it's 11. I don't think the game's till 6.
Oh, they're ready now. They're like, nope, we're
Said,
going.
when they say they should sit up all day, that's what they mean. They
Nice.
sit up all day. So that happened, and then later on that night we did Earthquake. So hosted that show. Clifton performed. Got to meet all the Wild Now guys. Earthquake himself. So I don't know what's wrong with me. I be real silly, and I happen to do this a lot with comedians that I meet, and I get smart mouthed with comedians that
Okay.
have been in comedy for 20 years.
Okay.
Right. So
You
if
borderline heckling.
I'm like
In person.
right?
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
say something, they like, "Oh, you want it?" And I'm
Nah,
like, "No, I don't. I don't."
Shut it down quickly. No, I just playing.
I was just playing. So I'm taking my picture with Earthquake, right? And I'm doing my little selfie, and he's like, "Oh, so you ain't gonna tell me that I got meat in my teeth?" He's like, "You just gonna let me take these pictures?" I said, "Man, I'm sorry. I was looking at the titties." And he was like, "Ow!" And at first, remember, I wasn't even thinking. I was just thinking, looking at the titties. It could have been my titties, right? Then I was like, "Oh, that might have been a little bit of an insult." So he
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, well, one of us gotta have some around here." And I was like, "I said it's cool. I came in your room to come get a picture from you,
Right.
and I started it."
Yeah. I apologize on behalf of myself and my family.
So then he kicked me out. He was like, "Oh, this one gotta go right here. This one gotta go." So of course at the end he's like nothing but love, gave me big hugs and everything
Sure.
because I'm the one that had some fun with him. So
Right.
it was good stuff. But everything was
cool.
fun. Great show. Shout out to Leon and everybody that helped out in the situation. Oh, let me tell you what else they did. I'm whooping ass. You host. You know how it is. They tell me, Nika, we need the timing. Like Earthquake don't want to wait backstage for nothing. He wants to get off the elevator and literally walk on stage.
Okay.
Okay, I can make that happen, right? So we got it down. I'm gonna call you when the dude finishes the stage up here. He's across the street at the bar. It's gonna take 5 minutes to walk.
Okay.
As soon as he wraps up, I'm gonna call. I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna say an announcement or whatever the case may be. You walk in, then we should be good to go. Do all of that. Everything seems like we good, but it seems like it's taking a little while, right? So I'm like, now I gotta do perfect time for me to do my routine. I couldn't remember it. You know I couldn't remember it. I was like, I can't
Wait. So there was a
remember any of the jokes that I've been writing down.
What'd I say?
I couldn't remember it. So then I was about to, I was about to go, and they were like, all right, he's here. So I'm like, all right. He's coming. I did a whole run around the stage because I'm already kind of clowning because I'm having to waste time, right?
Sure.
So So I literally took my shoes off because the guy before made a joke about working because I told him he had 2 more minutes.
Okay.
And so he made a whole joke about have you ever worked so hard you forgot that you was like past your time? Like it's 5:03 and you like, oh shoot, it's 5:03. I'm overworking myself, So it was crazy. So he did a whole little work thing. So I was like, I'm like him. I done took my heels off. I got my tennies on underneath this. My drinks right here. Like I'm done working. I ain't even supposed to be up here right now.
Right.
So, And so then finally when it's time, introducing, all right, the man you've been waiting for, the dude on the flyer.
Right.
It's that time. As soon as I'm about to say his name, I look over and all I see is, stop. He gotta pee.
Wow.
I was like, you kidding me right now, right?
But before we bring him out, I'd like to say a few words
right.
about.
I was like, you kidding me right now?
Tank's Pizza. I would like to say a few words about.
You killing me.
Second verse.
Right. You were so. I'd already given everybody a shout out. Like I done did all that. I done shout out all the San Antonio comedians. I done shouted out all the comedy shows in San Antonio. I done hooked them up with a few other shows. I showed them who do my hair and where I got my clothes. I done shout out everybody.
Wow.
We been there, done that.
But no, he needs to pee.
He needs to pee. I said, I'm gonna whoop some ass. See,
what's your name?
Y'all gonna have me up here feeling like
That's
I'm being
nice.
unprofessional. I was very professional. I had the timing down.
Right. He had to pee. He didn't have the time to pee.
Right. But yet,
Didn't your mama teach you to
But
pee
then when-
before you go?
But meanwhile, walking up from where he came from to the stage, he passed 22 bathrooms.
Wow.
I'm gonna need you to pee before you get to.
Before they start giving me the signal, he's ready.
Introduce him.
Man, wow.
So mad. Good thing I was
In
a
a
little
good
bit
mood.
tipsy. Yeah, in a good mood. I was like, it's all good. I can fight through this.
That was good though. Oh man.
So that was a
Yeah.
weekend. Sunday, of course, supposed to be
Very cool.
tanks, but because of the weather, they said, we don't want people driving around and all that because there was a lot of flash flood warnings, especially on the outskirts. So we do have listeners that drive into town to come to events that we're doing. So it wasn't a bad thing for everybody to stay safe. We'll be back there next Sunday.
Word. Okay.
It's all
well,
good. But that was my weekend.
nice.
Craziness.
Feed. You serious, Nico? Cereal. What's cereal?
I don't know. Maybe they were trying to say serious.
That's
and they
Bobby
went
Smith
cereal.
the fourth saying cereal.
Oh, Bobby, I gave you a shout out. I sure did.
Was Bobby there?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. The people that I shouted out, I don't know necessarily that they be there. I just do it out of the love, right,
that's
to share
great.
the stage. So
Absolutely.
being that it was a comedy show, Bobby, Ray Sorrell, Snipes, Bernita, Delisha, I shouted them all out.
That's
out there.
wonderful.
Right, yeah.
See, guys, she think about you even when she don't see you.
Right.
Showing love, which is
Showing
what
love.
the one is all about.
Yeah.
There are lots of things going on today. First off, I'll give you guys a little bit of weather. As I said, it is a nice rainy day here in the Alamo City. The high today will be 80 degrees.
Y'all.
2 weeks ago, it was 102.
180 degrees.
Yeah,
right.
180. Today it is a high of 80 degrees with
That is so
scattered
beautiful.
thunderstorms all over San Antonio. The low tonight will be 71, and look out for a same kind of thing tomorrow, but just a little bit warmer with a high of 86 degrees and a low of 71 tomorrow. But still, scattered thunderstorms and rain all the way through. Let me see. Carry the one. A long time. There'll be rain for a long.
He
long.
said carry the one. It took me a second when it came back
It's
around.
okay.
That was
It's
good.
okay.
That was good.
So there's going to be rain at least until next Wednesday, according to the forecast. And there is also flash flood warnings in San Antonio all the way through 1 o'clock today.
So y'all
people,
already know,
be safe
man,
out there.
you're grown. Stop going through low water crossings. I realize it's usually white folks that do it.
what's low water crossing?
crossings that the water rises. So when you look at the news and you see all the people whose cars, all you can see is the top. It's because they, silly ass, thought that they could make it.
I can make it.
Because in San Antonio, it really be like that. Like the road be dry. And then you come to this low water crossing and you be like, man, it ain't rained in 12 hours.
Can't be that bad.
It can't be that bad. I'm going to just go on this. Oh, no.
Here's the problem. When the shore of the puddle is on the second floor of that building, you ain't going to make it.
I'm just saying, if you see it halfway up the tree, don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't.
You don't
when the
see
squirrels are like, oh.
Right, when you don't see the stream, don't do it. Don't do it. It's like going into the pool and you didn't realize it was the deep end. You know what I'm saying?
It's like, oh.
But I saw the street, yeah, but no. So yeah, y'all know better than that. So make sure it don't happen.
Stay safe, guys.
Yeah.
Stay safe. All right, so today is September 10th. And we are celebrating, I think, 3 things today. Okay, you ready?
My mommy's birthday was yesterday.
Oh, it was?
Yes.
Well, happy birthday, Mama. We love you. September 10th, 2018, we are celebrating National Boss/Employee Day.
Nice.
Okay?
Nice.
So it's our day.
It's our day.
Show some love.
Yes.
All right.
You brought me nothing.
I brought a helping hand. That's what I brought.
I'll take it.
Today is also National Swap Ideas Day. So it's a great brainstorming kind of day, right? So it's a good day to get in with your boss or get in with your employees and just start brainstorming, swapping ideas. You knock out 2 things at once.
I like it.
And because there's always food in it, it is National TV Dinner Day. TV dinners.
Let's talk about TV dinners, right?
Right.
There could be nasty TV dinners.
Sure.
And delicious TV dinners.
Absolutely.
Like I find that the lasagna, the Italian dishes seem to be more tasty. Maybe because you really can't mess up marinara, but you can. I don't know. I find that what's the Stouffer's? The Stouffer's selections are pretty good. They pretty tasty. There's something else that's tasty, but some of them.
Some of them
banquets.
Banquets. If it's 39 cents,
$6
maybe pull back if you care about the quality of your food.
Yeah.
Maybe. Sometimes
but
there's
a good,
a sale.
a good TV dinner. I used to really not like I liked it, but I didn't. Right?
You remember these with the brownie
with
in
the
the
brownie
middle?
in the middle. That's what I was gonna tell you.
But it was always half cooked brownie.
It was
and it's
always
like
half cooked, and then
brownie half batter.
The corn would get all up in the brownie part, and I'll be like, "Get off my dessert! Get off my dessert!" I was confused about the brownie. I didn't understand the brownie very much because how did it cook? Like, is it baking in the microwave? Like, what's going on with the brownie? But I often ate those meals.
Yeah,
so not good.
I remember being
those
a
aren't
kid
very good.
Enjoying those and wondering how long do I have to leave it before the mashed potato isn't just some mashed potatoes, some cold, and then part of it is still ice.
With ice, with a little yellow because it has that something like
butter or whatever. Yeah, the butter type substance.
Yeah, anything pasta, I can do pasta frozen dinners because I feel like those work well.
It's harder to mess up.
Yeah, but chicken, anything fried, not so much.
Because it's never crispy either. Like, what are we?
And meatloaf.
But also because TV dinners historically were for the oven. Not the microwave.
They were for the oven.
So
you
could
so
probably
right.
get a nice crispy piece of chicken
if you put it in the oven.
It and waited the 15, 20 minutes.
And the brownie would bake.
Duh. As opposed to trying to get a whole dinner hot.
You're so correct.
In 30 seconds
you're
and
so
then
correct.
thinking it's going to be, yeah. So that was
so
my
correct.
bad. That was my bad. I should have baked it. It's terrible.
Rewind the clock 22 years so
exactly.
I can do this again.
So I can try one more time.
What is your favorite TV dinner? I like to get some good selections. You know what I really like?
Everybody.
I like to go to HEB and get their little pre-prepped meals. Don't tell me no horror stories. I don't want to know. I'm enjoying them right now. Don't tell me what's in them, how they make them, how old they are. You know, everybody got a story.
Yeah.
You eat that? You know what that is, right? Chicken. I thought that's what it says on the label.
Right.
But yeah, so I like those because they have like little salmon and chicken stuff and fish, and you just pop it in the oven, bake it, and you got some like tasty little food.
The TV dinner that I like is a pizza from Mama's. I just go get that, and
not
then
a
just. I
TV
mean, I'm watching TV. Hello.
Pizza is not a TV dinner. No,
Anyway,
sir.
it could be. You don't know.
No, sir. All right, so hot topics of the day. What do y'all want to start with? Serena Williams,
gosh.
Cardi B, and Nicki's fight.
There's so much
The
going
police
on.
officer.
Oh, hey, big shout to Tony Hernandez.
Tony.
Tony's watching from Miami, Florida.
Oh, I love it.
It's probably raining there right now, right?
It's raining here.
It's raining here.
Together,
like-
together we're in rain.
Big shout to you, brother Tony.
Yes.
There's so much that happened over the weekend. There are people that died. Burt Reynolds. We weren't here to talk about
Burt
Burt
Reynolds
going
passed away.
Yes, Burt Reynolds passed
Oh my
Another
gosh.
Resident of Florida, Burt Reynolds. He passed
Just
away.
Smokey and the Bandit.
Yes.
Burt.
Yes. Burt Reynolds.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Everybody liked Burt.
It was yesterday. You remember Major Healy from I Dream of Jeannie?
Yes, he passed away.
Also
Yes.
passed away.
Oh my gosh! And then Cristal cannot get over it. But Mac Miller passed away.
Mac Miller passed away. Yes.
You know.
So Mac Miller. Oh man. I mean, with the drug over. I mean, what?
He got an album that's about to drop. And you know, everybody always thinks suspiciously when albums are about to drop and stuff and things
Right.
like this happen.
Right.
But he does. He got an album that's about to drop. He's been crying over Ariana Grande, right?
Well,
That's
no,
what they say.
So I guess,
That's
but
what they say.
So she ended up getting a bunch of hate on social media because
Yes.
people figured, well, you should have saved him.
Right.
And she's
that was like my
well,
ex.
we've been broken up for a minute, and I'm not his mom, and I tried when we were
And
together.
now I'm with someone else.
Yeah, now I'm about to get married to
Yeah.
somebody else, but I tried when we were together, and you know, according to her, like, you know, it's not my responsibility to save everybody,
Right,
you know, or
right.
to save anybody,
Right,
really.
right.
When you're together, you try to show love and, you know, whatever.
I mean, you're
but-
an ex for a reason. Like, let's not forget that, right? And how many of y'all
Yeah.
are going back to help pay your ex's rent because they really in dire need and they about to be homeless? Or going to counseling with your ex because they have issues at the job? Who's doing that? Nobody?
Right.
Nobody. Nobody's doing that.
Nobody's doing it. And
with-
you know
from
what?
their ex.
Oh
you
my
know
gosh.
what I'm saying?
And just to conflate a couple of issues, I actually saw the Bobby Brown story this weekend.
Yes.
And
On
well,
a-
we talk
on a
about
rerun.
exes.
Look at me, on
We
a
talk-
rerun.
of course. DVR. And man, we talk about exes.
Yeah. Same
You
situation.
know, nobody trying to go back and I mean,
Same.
unless there's a child, then you do the thing, right?
Right.
But in the end, how many exes we got and how many?
And,
you know?
and again, the Bobby and Whitney story, like it shows that like Bobby came out of jail clean. He was trying to stay clean, and she was like, nah, you know. So now what do you do?
Now what do you
Because
do?
there is literally two different interests going on,
Right.
and if I'm trying to stay clean or get out of this situation, I can't be around someone who's constantly in it.
Right.
Makes it very difficult.
Yep.
So yeah, no, I Ariana, you know, prayers for you just to get through the hate mail
Yeah.
of this situation.
Right.
But people
do I
are
even
very
have-
saddened by it. I
She
will tell
did.
you that
She
because
did.
apparently he was overdosed, so he
Right.
lost to the
Right,
drug
right.
fight.
So she did tweet out, or she did Instagram a sweet message, or she reacted to it. Basically, that's the picture that she showed. She didn't really post any. She didn't say anything with this particular picture. She didn't write a caption to it.
Right, right.
She just kind of did this. I'm guessing that that's a picture that she took, which is very sweet. She did admit, though, that their relationship became really toxic after Mac Miller was involved in a car crash after their split. She fired back at a fan over rumors about their relationship and all that. She said, I've cared for him. I've tried to support his sobriety and prayed for his balance for years, but shaming/blaming women for a man's inability to keep his ish together is a very
Is a
major
very
problem.
bad thing.
Is a major
Stop
problem.
it. That's absolutely right. That's a grown ass man.
Yep.
Yeah.
So there was, but obviously it shook the music industry.
Absolutely.
And so many people.
So many people, because he's got a lot of fans, and said to be a very talented individual. So people were
Right.
very upset by that news.
Right.
I
So
will say. Well,
Magna.
since you just went, is that all the people that passed?
No. 'Cause
There
that's
couldn't have been
Beyonce
more.
and Drake and Rihanna.
No,
they're
not
fine.
not
They're
on
okay.
there, but
They're okay.
but we mentioned all the people that passed over the weekend, because Bert and
Right, Bert,
I Dream
Major
of Jeannie.
Healy,
I think that was it.
Mac Miller. Yeah.
I want to say, I think that was it.
I think that was it.
But just going from that to the other tragedy that happened over the weekend that had everybody talking was the police officer in Dallas, and this young gentleman who was what people would call an upstanding citizen, went to his church. They always throw that in, you know, because I guess apparently if you go to church you can't be a bad person.
I guess.
He went to church every Sunday. Okay, what's that supposed to
mean? Even when it rains.
Right. What is that supposed to mean? But, you know, they throw it because, I mean, you know, I guess you're supposed to be a good person if you go to church. But I feel like you're a very well-rounded person is what it's showing.
I think that there's people take comfort in knowing when somebody goes to church on a regular basis because you know that at least
they believe
within them there is some sense of morality. Yeah. You know, so you could take comfort in other than, you know, otherwise, if you don't know somebody, then you don't know where they stand or what they do, or whatever. Like when there's too many questions. At least you know that
he has a belief in something.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Well, definitely that, and of course he volunteered in that because that ups the level, right? It's one thing going to church; it's another thing if you serve on Sunday. You know, you're literally putting a commitment into the church too. Right, so he did that. But of course,
well, there's some people going as the commitment.
Right? Absolutely, no, absolutely. There's levels to this.
There's levels, right?
But you know, it was a lot of talk, and of course, you know, on social media where the picture surfaced of him standing with the three women, and they were saying that basically they knew each other. You know, it started off with a woman who walks into an apartment thinking that it's her own, and sees that there's an intruder and shoots. Right. Yeah. This is how the story starts. As it unravels, it's neighbors hear her banging at the door, open the door, open the door, open the damn door. So who bangs and says that at their own apartment? They lived in an apartment that's a regentrified area in Dallas. Thank you. Yeah. And so the keys that they have were automatic keys. So basically once you put your key in, it'll say nacho-ish.
Right.
Right? So there's no way to literally put the key.
That's fancy.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, maybe it doesn't say not your ish, but it basically says beep, beep, beep.
Either way.
It's not, you're not getting in. This is not the key that matches this door. So at Jump.
At the South Side Flats, as you guys can see, I guess this is the place.
That's the place. So at Jump, you know that you're not in the right space. So one, your key's electric, and it'll tell you that it's not, doesn't fit. Two, you banging on the door, talking about open the door, open the door, open the door. And then as this goes on, pictures surface of y'all knowing each other. Right. Now it's said that you dated, so they're trying to go, you know, investigate the relationship of what's going on, and it's just all crap. Like, bottom line, if you ask me, this woman murdered this man thinking that she was going to get off by saying what she said.
That I accidentally walked into the wrong apartment. I hear that excuse from time to time. Does it happen that often that people just walk into a house that's not theirs thinking it's theirs?
So maybe an apartment complex, I don't know. Now, I have gotten in the wrong car before a couple of times. Like literally, and you know, sometimes I don't be all there, but literally I was at Kinko's. I blame the person who left their car open, right? I blame them. I'm at Kinko's, getting out, whatever's going on in my head, literally open the door, get in the car, no lie. Someone done stole my seats. I didn't have level.
Oh my God.
What is this?
Oh my God.
What is this? Whose car am I in? Get out I'm in it. I'm in the car. In it, about to start it, and I look around and I start noticing this. I don't have leather seats.
Wow.
These bucket seats are much more comfortable than mine. I didn't bring a laptop to Kinko's.
Oh my gosh.
Whose car am I in?
Whose car is this?
I have no idea. Got out real quick.
And you blame the car owner.
I mean, I blame it on the alcohol, but
I blame Sarah Lee.
Right. I don't even know if I had alcohol, but that just sounds right? Because literally, I blame myself. Obviously, I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, you weren't paying
attention. The owner's car door was open. So obviously, if his car door wasn't open, I wouldn't have been able to just open it up and get in. And so when I look over, I see my car because we're parked right next to each other. So I'm like, oh crap.
You gotta get out of here.
Get in my car.
This ain't my baby.
I didn't know, right. I didn't know if I should tell him myself and go in and be like, I sat in someone's car. I'm sorry. Or just hurry up and move.
Just keep it moving.
Yeah, that's what I did. That's what I did. So I will say.
Flexicon, hello.
But again, the only way that happened was because the door was open, right? So if the car door was locked, there's no way I was going to be able to accidentally get into another car or start telling people, my key doesn't work. What's going on? But yeah, I did it.
Where's my car?
I did it. And I want to say that I've done it twice in my life.
Okay.
So.
Nika, come on. Come on. Don't do it no more. Just
I mean, I don't try. It's not a trying thing.
fool me once.
He doesn't even know where to go now. He's like, well, I thought nobody would go into the wrong place, but
Well, you weren't fooled.
apparently,
Either way.
And nor did I kill anyone because, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
again, you walk into the wrong apartment, okay,
Yeah.
but there should be, we already know, that was all the way lie. So
Right,
there's
right.
no
Well-
way to even break it down because it's an all the way lie.
Excuse me.
So it's hard to break it down. It's hard to try to make sense of it because it's a lie. Like, it's a lie.
Yeah.
The dude literally had to open the door for her to even get into the dang apartment.
Unless she truly thought that was blame it
How?
on the alcohol, right? I don't know what she. I don't. I
She was
don't
in
know. We don't
uniform.
know. She was in uniform, but trying like coming home from work.
Yes.
And then trying to get in the place.
Yes.
And then if she thought that this is my apartment and somebody locked me out, beep beep, not working. Hey, open the door. This is my place. And somebody's there.
Nah,
I don't
man.
know. Could
Nah.
that be it? I'm
No.
just trying
because,
to see.
because once you, even if I thought it was my apartment and I put the key there and I'm like, kind of like I thought it was my car and I put the key in, I start recognizing why stuff isn't there. Like I didn't have leather seats. First clue, right?
And if
so
he
you
opens the
look at
door and it's
the
completely
apartment number is right there. Like, did you ever look up and say,
Maybe.
oh, it's C2 and I'm in C8?
probably.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
at some point, you gotta like come unless you are that drunk. And if you're that drunk, why were you that drunk in uniform? I don't care if you're still getting off of work. They're not allowed to get plastered while they're in uniform.
Yeah.
Off work, before work, lunchtime. So
Yeah.
you wrong, boo.
Not allowed. Yeah,
you
you're
wrong,
right.
and all the way across the board.
Well, she was arrested on manslaughter charges as a police officer. Wow. Her name is Amber Geiger, and she was booked into the Kaufman County Jail after being taken into custody yesterday on Sunday. The Texas Department of Public Safety said in a news release. The department said that the investigation in the off-duty shooting. She was off duty. Okay, off-duty shooting is ongoing, and no additional information is available. But I'm sure.
Yeah, it's
we'll
gonna
keep
come
hearing
in.
stuff as-
And again, you know, it just goes back. So the
Oh,
anger.
and she's out on bail.
The anger for me is the fact that this is just me and Nika's opinion. I just feel like she tried to pull the white card, right? Well, ain't nobody's gonna believe. I can easily pull over this white woman who shot a black man, and I was in danger or I feared for my life because that's the rhetoric.
The clean white girl.
That feared for her life in someone else's apartment, right? So like that is, to me, I feel like that's what she felt like. Like this white privileged self makes you truly believe that you could just make up a story and ain't nobody gonna investigate. Like your pics on Facebook ain't gonna surface. Like no one's gonna say, you slept with that man. You know what I'm saying?
This turned into something else. Nika, what's happening?
Just saying.
You
like,
okay?
I really feel that's what makes me the maddest. Like I feel like she felt like she had some kind of privilege and that this story was gonna ride. Like she could get it off of this story.
So let me ask a question. She's out on bail.
Uh-huh.
If the roles were reversed,
Uh-huh.
would he be out on bail? Would he get bail? Like we talk about
No.
just to put it out there. We're talking about a person who was so confused they didn't know what apartment they were going to and killed somebody as a result of it. So if anything, there's some mental stuff going on right there, and you're gonna let them out?
Right. But I mean, what? Right.
So
mad.
if anything, there's that situation, right? But if the roles were reversed, I'm not guessing that that the young Mr. Botham Jean would be out on bail right now.
So Gwendolyn says, walked home from work after her shift. Her tox screen was said to be negative of drugs and alcohol. So, and I saw the video of the clip after she had entered the apartment and shot him.
Right.
And she was just on the phone, you know, going back and forth. I guess I shot him, I shot him, I shot him. And next thing you know, they're rolling him and the lady's on top of his chest, you know, trying to keep him alive. And she just on the phone. And then she follows him. And I'm just thinking, I'm so
training,
mad.
man.
Like, I'm so mad. They would say he would not be having bail. Someone said, hell no. The Dallas newspaper reported that she had just worked a 15-hour shift, had parked on the wrong floor of the parking garage, and was on the floor was one floor up from her actual floor. But then again, so here's the problem. Here's the problem with all of this. Like, you can even, someone else said that, Mia said that someone accidentally got in her car thinking that it was an Uber. So she just sitting, some white dude.
Yeah.
Take me to
the airport. I need to go to the airport.
She's
okay.
Like,
all right, cool. There's cabs right over there. Get out my car, mister. This ain't. You think this is?
But think about that though. If that was a different scenario, right? Again, probably wouldn't have been. It wasn't a nice Mia who isn't packing.
I know, right? That would have been on some old. You got cash?
Jamaica cuisine, the best Jamaica.
Sorry about that.
The best
Jamaican cuisine. That's what that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So crazy, but
this is Texas,
right? So look,
people around here.
Here's the problem.
From around here.
I don't believe any of that. Okay, so I parked on the wrong floor. I had 15 hours worth of work. I get it. I'm tired. I get it. I get all of that. I even get in. I could possibly get with the walking into the wrong apartment if there wasn't actual special keys that.
If there wasn't any keys, you put your key in the thing and it doesn't work.
Look around for a second. Right.
What the hell?
So
you know that's why. Not that particular reason. I have other issues, but. That is why. That is one thing that I can point to and look at my family and say, I lock my doors.
Yeah.
Every day. Every night. I come inside for a second.
Lock it up. Yeah.
Got my keys and I open it back up. I could be right next to it.
Yeah. Lock it up.
I mean, I'm just because, New York City.
New York City. You're from New York City.
And everybody here keeps asking me, why you lock your door?
Yeah.
What do you mean why I lock my door?
Because we are in.
So police can't come in and just shoot me because they thought it was their house.
Right.
What?
Right. So that's the problem.
Good thing our houses all look different. But still.
And that's the thing too. Things look the same, all that. So I get the accidentally going into places. What I don't get is that you shot the dude. That's where we went. That's where we go into a whole nother level. Cause you are a cop, so you couldn't have done something else, tased the dude, something. Like
Right.
if you were that scared, I feel like you should have said something. Stop, police. Whatever. Get out my home. So. He could have said, "This is my home."
Even if you drew on him, okay, you drew.
You drew on him,
You
but
drew
you didn't have to
and
shoot.
pull the trigger.
Right?
What are you doing?
Right, and then let's be honest, you knew him.
It's your neighbor. Well, maybe neighbors really don't know each other.
They dated. They were on Facebook together. They all look. Now I'm gonna get in my Nika self. One black dude and 3 white women. Hi, this is our Facebook pic. Tag me. They knew each other. And you know how I feel about
So you think this might be something else?
This is definitely something else. We dated. I'm pissed off at you. You think whatever that situation is. And this white woman felt like she could put this rhetoric on here and she could get away with it because it's a black man.
Wow.
That's what I see. This is what I see. And I'm like, that's some bull crap at the end of the day. So now we're trying to figure out how this could happen. It easily can happen. But ain't nobody getting shot behind going in the wrong car or accidentally opening the wrong door or, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the problem.
Yeah.
This is the problem.
So these charges might actually evolve into something else.
Yeah.
At some point, as long as
straight
investigators.
Straight murder.
Maybe.
That's what it is.
Well, it's certainly going to be interesting to find out what happens. We'll follow this story and we'll keep you guys updated.
So Walter said, y'all tippy-toeing around the issue. She shot dude because she wanted to. I didn't tippy-toe it. I said I was going to say it. I said it.
No, then he put about time speak on it.
Yeah.
Walter just waiting for us to agree with him.
I'm just saying, like we went through the whole thing.
Just
If
playing
you're in my
Walter.
house, I'm shooting first. I won't lie. It's night. It's dark. But don't. Our houses smell different. I would know if I'm in the wrong house immediately. If all
Hold on a
the
second.
drug
What you trying to say about my house, Shay?
houses do smell different. But again, I can definitely feel like I've had long work hours. I've been in states where I'm like, ooh, Lord, I didn't even realize where I was or what. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. So I get it, but it's only a second.
Right.
It
Not
doesn't-
not long enough for me to be like, wait. Boom, boom.
Yeah, because she didn't
Oh.
walk into her apartment with the gun pulled.
Drawn. Right.
She was going home. So
Right.
the gun was locked up. Everything's all up in the belt. Yeah, man.
Okay,
And
so
official
Shay
Dallas.
said-
Oh,
yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Official Dallas PD stated they don't know each other. Let's see. Ain't that much dark in the world.
Wow.
It's not going to turn into anything. She's going to get off. That's what Walter
She'll
said.
end up with a slap on the wrist. James Hudson says she'll end up with a slap on the wrist.
when it's all said and done.
It's all said and done.
So all of
Hashtag
these
sigh.
things that y'all say, that's what makes us mad. That's what makes people mad. That's what, because obviously we look at it and we say, that angers me. And how do they not know? How you in the same pic but you don't know each other? I don't believe that.
I don't know.
Maybe they didn't sleep with each other, but they knew each other.
Well, maybe they did. I don't know. Anyway, all right. So we'll continue to follow this story as it develops, and we'll definitely speak on it some more as the days come on, because I'm sure there's
Something
a lot
else
more
will come.
is going to happen.
So when we talk about the unfairity in media and just life sometimes, right?
What word did you use?
The unfairity.
I like it.
I made it up.
Unfairity.
I made it up right there.
I'll allow it. I like it.
Thanks.
I like it. Unfairity.
Nobody would have noticed, but you made me bring it back.
Well, because I want to add it to the lexicon. Unfairity. Everybody write it down. Scratch out your word of the day on your calendar today and put unfairity.
Yeah.
We bringing that back. Well,
just
bringing that
just to bring
in.
it in, bringing it in. Bringing
I
it
like
in.
it.
Okay, so I want
Just
to
to
talk
talk
about
about-
Serena real fast.
Okay. You got it.
Because again, what do we always get mad about? The fact that it's
Serena?
not fair across the whole board, right? The way they talk about things. If it was a black person, he's deranged, he's crazy, he's a criminal. If it's a white person, they're mentally ill.
Right.
And they need help. The same thing we see all the way across the board, and Serena went all the way off over the
Yeah,
weekend as she lost in the finals of the U.S. Open. But her biggest thing was, y'all have been treating me like this for years, and I'm sick of it, right? So they basically accused her of cheating. You're not allowed to get certain.
You're not allowed to play so good.
Right.
What?
You're not allowed to conversate with your coach,
Converse.
during the match or whatever.
Of course.
Meanwhile, this girl has won so many, been on the tour for so long. She knows the rules
Right.
very well.
Right.
And she basically said, I was not cheating. That's not what that was. I don't know. It's just I would rather lose than cheat.
Of course.
And then he took a point away from her. She said, oh, now you're a thief too. Right, now you stealing from me.
Sorry.
You a liar and a thief.
Shay just wrote. We
shan't
shan't
allow
allow unfairity.
unfairity.
No, sir. We shan't allow unfairity.
Thank you, Shay.
Come on, Shay.
Use this word in a sentence for a free prize today.
She did. She did.
We shan't allow
We shan't
unfairity.
allow unfairity.
No, sir.
I'm wondering if she saying we're not gonna allow the word,
I don't know.
or just unfairity in general.
No, she made a sentence.
Oh, she actually
so that
made it-
way
she's
I can-
supporting the word.
She's supporting
Thank
our
you, Shay.
language,
Yes.
so that way I can continue to use it.
Out of language.
We shan't allow it.
We shan't allow unfairity, sir. Huff, 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 huff.
She was okay. Get off me. So what had happened was she was angry. And
Talk
she-
good.
Talk good about me. And she said,
Right.
she yelled at him,
Is that rain?
or the air conditioning, one of the two. She
Sorry.
yelled at him. She did the finger pointing.
She did.
She did all of that, right?
Right.
Now, here comes the news article real fast. They have her talking about Serena totally loses it mentally out of control. This black woman.
Well, no, not all the news. Oh my gosh.
I know. But it said.
Let's not add any more.
It was literally racism to what it already is. But it did. It said Serena absolutely loses it or whatever.
Yeah.
They had another gentleman that also had an altercation during his stuff, which was a white gentleman. And his was discusses with the referee.
Calmly discusses
with
her
the
situation with the referee.
That they don't agree on.
Pardon me, ref.
I was like,
Might there be a call that was misconstrued by your lying eyes?
right. You know we need unfairity around here. That's not the way. That's not the way you use that word in the sentence. But look,
'Twas quite vexing, sir.
It's true. It happens.
It
like
does.
this
It
is
does.
what they do, and so that's something that a lot of folks were noticing, just the way they put it out there in the media. But of course, people were all supportive of Serena and what she said.
Other players, Roger Federer, everybody tweeting about this.
Yes.
Worst refereeing ever.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, the support from other professionals and also the fans obviously just poured in over social media.
Right.
And then
And you know what's cool about it though? What's cool about the whole thing is
that she has her phone on silent
right
when she works.
That's what's cool about it. What's cool about the whole thing is after all the mess, right? And the girl won. I want to say she's half African American too. Maybe not. But anyway,
who?
The girl that she played.
No, Japanese.
She's Japanese.
The first Japanese U.S. Open winner in history.
Is she half Japanese, half African American?
Japanese.
All the way?
I believe so. Yes. Why are you trying to put?
I'm just wondering. I just want to know if she has a black in her. I was just wondering because someone said that I'm happy to watch two African American women going for the title. So I wasn't sure.
I'm happy
but when
to
I
do
saw
that too. But what we saw was Japanese.
Right. So I didn't know if she had some black in her. Maybe she was half Japanese, half black. I don't know. But I will say that she at the end of the match, people were booing, and Serena asked them to stop.
Right.
And she said, "This is this young lady's first Grand Slam win. We will make it awesome for her."
Yes.
And I think that is a sign of a fantastic individual.
Absolutely.
You know, I mean, you're mad, you're pissed off. I mean, Serena, you know, I don't know if she threw the match, but she definitely was like, she played well. She played a good game, and this is her first win, and let's make it awesome for her. And, you know, stop booing.
The young lady's name is something Osaka.
She black Haitian is what Walter said, but don't believe
Black
that.
Asian?
She's half Haitian. Oh, she's half
Haitian.
Haitian. That means she got some black in her. Boom.
Are we sure? Naomi
Three
Osaka.
people have said she's half Haitian, which makes Facebook correct and any other information wrong.
Okay.
If Facebook said it, you know it's right. You know it's true.
Sure it is.
Hold
on, I'm
Naomi
looking for
Osaki.
Naomi Osaka. Start adding vowels where they don't go.
He said that, or the angry black Haitian Japanese woman. Good Lord.
Yep. Japanese and Haitian heritage.
That chick is Japanese and
representing
Haitian.
Japan.
There you go.
So,
well, she was representing Japan, but she still got a little black in her. So boom, it was two African American ladies. So that makes it great. So it doesn't at that point it doesn't matter who wins because both of them we're proud of, right? But Serena sat there and laid the groundwork of saying, "Do not boo. This is it." Gwendolyn said the word Naomi says it all.
Well, there she is, representing Japan.
And James said her dad is super black.
Google it, yeah.
He ain't half black, a little bit black. He ain't a little portion of black. He is super,
super duper
black. Make him super black.
Oh, there it is. Boom.
I love it.
There's
She's
Naomi.
cute.
She is. Cutie.
Well, congratulations,
20
honey.
20 years old, making it happen.
Yes, on your first win. And Serena, we love you. We support you. She's gone through a lot. She had.
There it is. Sir, how dare you?
This unfairity.
This unfairity shall go no further. Thine lying eyes have deceived you yet again. 'Twas not out, 'twas in. Sorry. And scene.
It was good though, man. It was good. It was real good. So,
There you go.
yes. Oh, and but with the fine and everything, or with this situation, she was fined $17,000. It was $4,000 for the coaching violation, in which did not happen. She did not cheat, and we are not going to put that out there. $3,000 for smashing her racket. Apparently, you cannot smash something that you own. Even though I used to get in trouble all the time for smashing my racket, it's not a good thing. It's not a good look. And $10,000 on the ground. Ooh. Oh, man, I done broke one before.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. It'd be intense, baby. It'd be intense. And then $10,000.
Curse you, racket! Curse you!
You are currently playing so unfairly.
Thieving racket! You have stolen my win!
Shut up. And $10,000 for the verbal abuse to the umpire, totaling
$10,000 for verbal abuse to the umpire.
$17,000,
Right.
which they will just take out of her winnings of $1.8 million for coming in second. $1.85 million is what she won for coming in second place at the U.S. Open. So that $17,000 will just come out of there.
Right.
Take your quarter and move on.
Yeah, here's your money.
Yeah. So okay, so
Basketball.
that happened. So are we gonna get to the fights of the weekend?
No.
Fights are later?
New Miss America was crowned last night.
Oh, did they do the swimsuit? They didn't
Miss
do the
America
swimsuit.
they did not do the swimsuit. Look, who are these people? Never mind. They did not do the swimsuit thing last night. They ended up. I'll back this up. Okay.
What is that? That's a
Instead
swimsuit.
of the swim, this is past. So this is the swimsuit competition that happened last year.
Okay.
So they went ahead and got rid of that, and these are Miss America. So then at the new Miss America, got rid of this whole situation with bikinis,
Right.
and ended up going the. Basically, what they ended up doing was the just a evening gown kind of thing. So they called it the red carpet. Category, or the red carpet competition, right? Or the swim, instead of swimsuit competition, it was the red carpet. And so basically they had evening gowns, like how you would go to a gala or something
Like they're
that.
wearing all night long.
Sure.
The same.
It's
evening
different,
Gown.
Nika.
The
Anyway.
same gown that they wear
So,
all night long.
All night long. So
Okay.
there was an interactive session. They got to talk, but see, as you can see, no bikinis. It was all night gowns right there. Evening attire.
Got you.
Not night gowns.
Got
What
you.
am I talking
No,
about?
no.
Imagine that, a pajama jammy
A
jam
pajama
competition.
jammy jam.
Competition.
That would be fun.
A lingeries competition.
I mean, okay.
So it was
okay.
just basically evening gowns, and as you can see, this is just a whole lot of. So who won last night?
Yeah, who won? Let's talk
Miss
about that.
New York is the new Miss
New
America.
York, New York.
And Miss New York is.
These people from 1982, man. What is going on? with
Well,
this
they're just
video?
showing,
I know.
it's stuff, right?
I can tell when it goes from the 70s to the 80s to the 90s.
Hold on. I'm going to show you. Hold on.
Yeah, what does Miss New York look like?
Boom.
Oh, she's black. Boom.
Knew you were gonna enjoy that.
And now she likes it.
And now
Boom.
she likes it.
Look, I
Now
went from
Nika's
like this.
running next
I
to
went
it.
like this. I'm so uninterested.
Yeah.
And she's a black woman.
So,
Boom.
like, who was it? Miss Idaho, Miss Nebraska. Who we getting now? Miss
Miss
Wyoming.
New York. Okay.
Miss New York. What is it?
She's a
Northern
black
New
woman.
York? Is it the Buffalo area? Is it Syracuse? Are we looking at the
Upstate New
the-
York?
the Upper Hudson Valley
Look,
area?
man.
What
Look,
are we
man.
doing?
Showing the picture. She black. Bim, 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 bim.
Boom.
Look, Black Girls Rock was over this weekend, so we needed to rock the whole weekend, dude.
Well, you did. And
We
you
needed
did.
to rock the whole week. Look at my girl. She pretty.
She is pretty. She's beautiful.
Look at me change my whole little situation.
whole-
the whole
mannerisms of everything. I'm showing
She's
you. I'm
beautiful.
Showing you. Yeah, she is gorgeous. Congratulations
Black
to Miss
Girls
New York,
Rock.
who is now the current Miss America.
Yes.
There she is.
There she is, Miss America.
Oh, and here's the other thing. So she is also an opera singer.
Yes.
She rocked out the talent competition. She was like, She rocked out, man. This lady was amazing.
That was awesome. And I love to see black opera singers too.
Yeah.
This is
yeah,
beautiful,
she did
people.
it.
This is beautiful.
did it.
It's our time.
And
Look at
there's
all them black
all
girls.
the runners up, yeah.
There's like 3 black girls in there. Can I
Right.
tell you something else that made history this weekend? As black people rock, because
Right.
it wasn't just girls, but there was another history-making situation.
Yes, there was.
And that was, yes, you know,
tell you about it. Or you want
the
to talk
Emmy
about
Awards.
It? Yes.
The Emmy Awards people made history.
2 history-making.
Okay, so
events
maybe
that
I only
happened
know
this
about
weekend.
one.
No, but the Emmy Awards. So basically, for the first time,
Black
in
girls
Emmy-
rock.
It's not just girls, Nika.
Well, that's why
Boys
I said
are in
black
there
people.
too.
Cat Williams.
So in the first for the Emmys, black actors sweep the guest acting categories.
We swept it.
Swept the guest acting categories. Look
Now,
at that.
it is the guest acting and not the main role or the lead role. But come on now. We getting there. We swept the whole
We getting
category. The whole thing.
Yep.
So we got Tiffany Haddish won for Saturday Night Live.
Uh-huh.
Ron Jones won for This Is Us. Samira Wiley won for Handmaid's
Tale.
Thank you, that one. And Cat Williams won for Atlanta. 4 of us swept the stage.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was great too.
It was really cool. It is absolutely cool. And people are saying that it's signaling the slow moving diversity movement in entertainment.
Yeah.
The American entertainment. You know what I mean? People are saying that this is the, you know, sounding like Donald Trump. People are saying, but basically the idea is now that these are the signals that diversity is truly coming in.
That's truly
Last
coming.
week, Warner Brothers did their whole thing where they rededicated the company to diversity, not only behind the scenes but on the screen as well. So Warner Brothers as a company said that they were doing that too. So
Yeah.
little motions,
I love it, baby.
little
And
moves.
Glow said, and she's a brown skinned chocolate chick.
is
That was
indeed.
the winner of the of Miss America pageant. Yeah, because you know we started off with Halle Berry, right? So
Right.
the light skins and the ones that that was on the borderline, they had some black in them. That's how we started. So we had to be happy with the people that just had black in them. Now they all the way black, like there's no denying. That's a black woman.
That's a black woman.
We didn't. Yeah, you don't have to look up their heritage. You know, you ain't gotta go
right.
and,
It's like,
and
she
search
is
it.
1/4, 1/8 Cherokee, and 1/17 African American. Okay,
Back
so
we got a black one.
you know, as the white people say, if you just have a drop, then you all the way there.
I mean,
okay,
come on,
fine, we'll take it.
Come on, they gave us Clinton. He not black. He don't look black. He ain't got no kookaburras in his hair. He ain't,
So
he ain't
if you just
tanned.
like the music,
Right.
that don't make you.
You can't be the first
if
black
you just-
president.
if
you
you
just
just,
nowhere near black.
If you just like the culture,
But this,
think,
but this is the stuff that we had to have before. People
Right,
that
right.
was
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
parallel
yeah.
to
Right,
us.
right,
No,
right,
sir.
right.
We got actual us's.
oh, he like jazz. Oh, he black.
He a black man.
What? What?
Y'all get this one. I'm like,
I can't
no.
allow that. I can't allow that.
This is unfairly done.
Yes, sir. You are not black. How dare you?
How dare you?
Like jazz.
Oh goodness. Okay.
Okay. So the other piece of history.
Yes, that happened.
Is the John Legend situation yesterday? So John
What did
Legend.
John Legend do?
John Legend became an EGOT yesterday, along with Andrew Lloyd Webber and Tim Rice. All of them are now EGOTs.
What's
Okay,
EGOT?
so EGOT.
Look at me. What is an EGOT?
An EGOT is a person. I'm waiting for the picture to come up so I can show you guys. But an EGOT is basically a person who has won an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony.
Yes.
So basically all 4
EGOTs.
awards, and there are only, I think, like 16 people in the world.
Because
that
those are
EGOTs.
different types of I mean, we got movies, we got
Movies,
music,
theater, and television.
Yes. So
it's
they're across the
different
board. They
kinds
got
of
it.
things. Yeah. Okay.
And John Legend got it.
And John Legend got an EGOT last night. Yeah,
Look at
or
us black
yesterday.
people. We shining over the weekend. We was just shining.
Right. Enjoying it. Look at that.
Yeah, we gotta enjoy this.
So,
We don't know when we're gonna get this again. Come on.
Yeah, so he has an Emmy. He has an Emmy, a Grammy, or 10.
Or 10. Right.
An
right.
Oscar and a Tony Award.
Good job.
Yeah. So he took home an Emmy. So he got the Emmy.
He get the Emmy last night
for Jesus Christ Superstar, because they did a version of Jesus Christ Superstar live.
Right.
The same way they were doing Grease live
Yes.
and all these other
Yes.
things. So yeah, congratulations to
Black people all.
congratulations
to John Legend.
Okay. Right.
To Black people all over the world. Congratulations to us.
Apparently, Chrissy Teigen got Adam for something though.
She always gets Adam.
Well, you know, he got the EGOT, and she wrote. I'm looking for it so I can show you guys. I don't know. I'm guessing she was bored. I don't know.
Right.
She was
She
like,
probably
okay,
was.
whatever. You still gotta take out this trash though,
Babe, I need you to clean this
Mr.
up,
Legend.
though. I like
But,
Chrissy and their relationship, though. They
it's
seems to be very fun.
It's fun. It certainly is. So congratulations to him. So another history making thing. There aren't that many. Whoopi Goldberg is one
Yeah.
as well. She's
Yeah.
one of the EGOTs. Now John Legend is an EGOT, and man, I mean, some kind of achievement. You've won
Yeah.
every major award.
That's awesomeness.
Good to go.
Yeah, that's
All right.
awesomeness. So look, I want to talk about something that also is funny to me, and that is when rich white people act like normal folks, and other rich white people don't know what to do about it. Can we talk about the Tesla man?
You know what I'm saying? Wait, let's do a real fast one. Congratulations to Eminem, his new album Kamikaze that he dropped as a surprise to everybody is number 1 on the Billboard albums chart, which I think this makes it his 9th number 1 album or something like that.
Yeah, Eminem.
Which is great. So congratulations to Eminem, Kamikaze.
Well, he is. Eminem is black adjacent. I'm just kidding.
Just because you like a thing, Nico,
Doesn't mean.
doesn't mean.
But Dr. Dre brought him in. Remember?
Also, another quick stab. I mean, you know what I mean. In music, they call stabs when it's just hits.
Right.
Another quick hit. Old Dirty Bastard. There's a biopic that's in the works for ODB. Yes.
I want to see that because I don't know the Old Dirty Bastard story. I mean, you know, I was an R&B girl growing up, so
Right.
anything
Wu-Tang Clan ain't
hip-hop
nothing to
ish.
F with. You
Yeah.
weren't bumping that in the car on the way to
I'm
school.
gonna need you to realize that when I watched the Compton movie, I said
Straight out of Compton?
my exact words were, "Dre was a DJ."
Okay. Well, not a lot of people know that.
Hashtag Garden Ridge.
There you go. Hashtag blessed. Hashtag kombucha and kale.
Look, I did not. I don't know.
you go.
I'm not one to pretend like I live that life. I didn't live that life.
She wasn't about that life.
What
She
about
was
that life, man?
She was, how dare you, sir?
Father,
I want my kombucha cold, I say.
Father, tell me about when you were a nigga, Father. How did that work out for you? That's my life.
So RZA is going to be producing this movie about one of the founding members of Wu-Tang. So keep an eye out on that, and it's in the works at Sony. So that should be cool. Do we have another quick one? Over the weekend, Elton John was performing, and listen, this is real fast. Going back to what we were talking about, Mac Miller. Elton John actually paid tribute to both Aretha Franklin and Mac Miller in his concert, which was cool. So it just goes to show how
broad
music in general just comes together around,
and that and that people who are true lovers of music have appreciation of all types of music.
Yes.
There's never someone that's like, I'll just do hip hop. Like, nah, they have an appreciation all the way across the board, and when they get a chance to work with other folks, they do. Like, I love seeing that.
Yep.
I love seeing that.
Absolutely.
Can we talk about this man, the Musk dude?
Elon Musk. Okay, so I don't even have a thing. Well, I should look for something.
It's probably gonna pop up. So Elon Musk, I didn't know who he was, right? I just knew that a whole bunch of people was getting all worked up because he apparently smoked weed or something for the first time on somebody's podcast. So I'm like, what was he on Snoop's podcast? Snoop smoked weed every day on his podcast. We're like, what are we talking about here? What is we talking about? But no, it's the CEO of Tesla. And he also is the CEO of the SpaceX situation that does projects for the federal government.
Right, and
So-
he was also what made him his fortune was, I believe, what made him his fortune was that he was one of the founding members of PayPal.
And one of the founding members of PayPal
Right.
is on the TV smoking pot. And the people is so upset.
They are very. People were upset about it. I mean, there's also so much more. You know, the Joe Rogan. Oh boy, what's happening here?
Mm-hmm.
The Joe Rogan podcast is a kind of a very laid back, sort of manly kind of podcast where they actually, you know, because Joe Rogan himself is it takes on the personality of Joe Rogan. So Joe Rogan is himself like a UFC commentator and like you know, a manly dude. And am I gonna make it home today?
I don't know what just happened.
What is that? Okay, so so obviously, you know, if that's his platform, the same way that this is your platform, and this is very much like your personality, and you know, things around here run very Nika-ish. Same thing with the Joe Rogan podcast. So on the air, so to speak, you know, they drink whiskey, they talk, they, you know, will smoke a cigar, they'll do whatever, you know. So in this case, they were drinking as well, and I'm not exactly sure how they got to the weed, but as you, but there it is. Somebody lit it up. Oh boy, let me get to the thing so you guys can see it. But they we can.
Why
play
he
the
look
audio
like,
either.
and he just looked like he ain't never smoked before. Why you all face all?
Elon Musk took a turn. He's like, "What is this? Okay, what does that smell like?" Okay,
He's like, "Sure, I'll try it."
I'll try it out, and
Look at him.
You know?
You know he's used to smoking cigars because he just blew the smoke right on out. That's
Right,
how you
right,
smoke
right,
a
right,
cigar, boo, not a blunt.
right. So there it is. Also, that it's not illegal, right? Because in California, it's legal
right? That's
to
right.
smoke marijuana.
That's right.
So what it also kind of takes away from, I believe, is because I saw some of it. Right, I did watch some of it over the weekend. The it's great. Joe Rogan podcasts are great because he talks to anybody that interests him, and he'll have guests on all the time. These things are usually like 2.5 hours of just talking, much like our morning show is, except for he just talks to the one person, you know, and they just have a converse, right? They just have a conversation, and in this case, he had Elon Musk in there, and he's talked to a lot of people. Everything from science to sports to comedy to but it's one person, right? His whole show is just him and one person talking. And so, and I've seen a few of his things; they're really good. And he ends up asking very probative questions. So yeah, Elon, they smoked weed, and Elon Musk is smoking weed, and that's basically the you can see, what is that? That's basically the takeaway that people are getting from this. But the interview itself was crazy fascinating.
Yeah.
I mean, to hear this guy who is on the forefront of science and engineering,
Right.
actually creating things that people want to use, right? Actually at the forefront when NASA stopped. I got this.
Yeah. So this is what makes
We in space right now because of this dude.
of that dude.
He said, "I'm going to space. You guys ain't going to space? We going to space. Space Force.
Space Force.
Right? We're going to space."
Yes.
So honestly, I also believe that he's at the forefront of the Mars thing too. Like,
Well, that's
NASA
why-
wanted to go to Mars, and then all the funding was pulled from NASA. He was like, "All right, I'll take you to Mars.
I got
I'll
it.
Take you to Mars."
So the thing about it is that these conservative white folks, that's what I'm gonna call them, are like, you know, you put such a bad image on marijuana or smoking or drinking, whatever the case may be, and then when your people do it, oh no, what do we do? It's such a bad image, it's such a bad look. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, this genius is still a genius, even after he smoked that blunt.
Right.
It ain't changed his.
Or he took a puff.
Or whatever.
I mean, you know, you keep watching.
He
and
still could have
they
smoked the
keep
whole
going.
dang thing. He gonna still be a genius when he leave. Right? Like nothing's changing.
Right.
Nothing's changing.
Right.
But it's just so funny how they just get so. And meanwhile, California is the capital of rich people who like to smoke weed. That's why it's legal. What's the problem?
Well, it just became legal, so I also think that they're still
getting
like,
used to it. Is it?
Oh.
Okay, we're good. So the government,
Go ahead.
people trying
Go
to
ahead,
figure
Elon.
out, like, what are we gonna do? How are we gonna? They can't discipline him. He's a man. He got his own stuff, right? This is why I tell y'all, people, get your own stuff so nobody can take it away from you. Then you can do what you want to do.
Well, his company is public.
Well, yeah, that's
So,
true. That's true. Now they could.
Part of
They
the thing,
could.
he was
They
also
could.
the one. He was also the one a few weeks ago that said, "I'm just going to take my company private again." And
He
he
did.
went and tried to find the. But in the end, it was the wrong thing to do, and apparently, and
He backed off of that.
he backed off of it also because I don't think he was able to secure all the funding to
Gotcha.
buy back.
But if he could have, he would have. I bet.
Maybe, I don't know. He's science and engineering is kind of his thing, and so one thing that scared the crap out of me. I mean, it scares the crap out of a lot of people. They had a conversation about AI, and to a lot of people, artificial intelligence is scary crap.
Yeah. No.
And
yeah.
for him, because this is the guy. If anybody in the world knows about AI, this guy's gonna know, right? And he knows where the technology stands,
And where it's
how
going.
far before we get to this, how long before we get to that. And he was just like, man, he had a great way of looking at things, because there's different levels of artificial intelligence and robots and stuff like that. And his take on it is that we're already at the point of cyborgs. So
Right.
a cyborg is a thing, is an individual who is part human and part technology, or part robot, or
Right.
part artificial, right?
Right. Like Terminator.
And he is saying, well, no, because Terminator's a robot, right? So
No,
it has to
no,
be
no, no.
part human.
The Terminator started off as.
It was made to look like a
Sorry,
human.
RoboCop. My fault.
RoboCop,
Wrong
right?
movie.
Like RoboCop. Right.
Sorry, wrong
Like
movie. Right,
Just
RoboCop. I was like,
RoboCop.
nah, he was a human. He died in the first
Right.
movie.
I saw it. I seen it
at the beginning, and his
seen
wife
it.
and the kid.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just like RoboCop, right?
Yeah.
Like part human, part technology. And he's saying that we're already there.
I
And
believe it.
We are the cyborgs. You are a cyborg.
I'm a cyborg as a whole human.
You want to see how?
The phone,
How do you feel when you don't have it?
out of control. Out of control.
You take it everywhere.
Everywhere.
People take their phones everywhere.
Beep,
Into
beep,
the
beep.
bathroom,
Look,
they take their
sit
phones.
down.
Into the.
Of course I do.
Everybody takes their phone everywhere they go, and when they don't have it, they panic. Like,
When else would I post my flyers if it wasn't when I was in the bathroom going number 2? I'm there the longest. Post everything that I need to do. Don't act like y'all don't surf like you going to the bathroom.
hashtag sanitize. Hashtag LED cleaner. When you leave. Hashtag wash your hands. Okay. No, but yeah,
Then,
I
okay.
mean, you know.
But we already got the dang sex toys, the sex bots that are like
yeah, but
freaking.
that's different. He's
I mean,
saying
it's
that
different.
people
No,
are,
I know that.
are now cyborgs. So when it comes to AI, artificial intelligence,
Mm-hmm.
the thing that makes people afraid is that there is inevitable, as we develop it and we continue to develop it, there will inevitably come a point, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some people call it the singularity, but there inevitably comes a point where it becomes self-sustaining, right? Where we don't have to involve ourselves in it getting better anymore. Now it can just fix itself. It can,
Right.
learn. Okay, you get better. Like, okay, hands off. Let's see what happens,
Right.
And let it grow like a
Right.
plant or whatever.
Right, and then it takes
But-
over the world.
That's the thing, right? So when it gets to that point where it can not only fix itself, sustain itself, then it will inevitably learn how to replicate or procreate, or have babies, essentially, right? So procreate, and then spread. But because it moves so quickly, so much faster than humans, in its thinking and its processing and its
doing
whatever,
all of that, right.
it can evolve.
Even quicker because it doesn't have the distractions of life, right? Because if we just
Well,
set
what
up
would take? I mean, no matter how much you threw at it, but what would take maybe humanity a 1,000 years
to do, that's
going
gonna
to
do quicker.
It might be able to do in 2 days, right? Because it'll just get faster and faster
and just keep
better
going
and
because
better
there's
and
nothing
faster
that's
and faster.
because we don't evolve because we too busy living sometimes. You know what I feel like
humans
And
as,
you know what
as
I
an
mean.
organism,
Yeah.
we're gonna evolve to
eventually.
we evolve forgetting like once a person's a person, that's the person. But I'm
Right.
talking about as a species.
Got you.
Right?
Yes.
It takes thousands of years for organisms to evolve into something bigger. Where this thing, as an artificial species, will just evolve itself.
I got you.
It doesn't have to wait for nature.
Right.
And that's the
And
scary
that's
part.
the scary part.
Right? The scary part
Yeah.
is and then how long
It'll take us 30 years to get where
how
that
many,
just did.
How many years would it take before this artificial intelligence just looks at humans and says, well, you're the problem. Right? So the issue is you. Right? So what Paul says, everything is perfect until you have humans.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, well, and that's what scares people. It's like, wait a minute, we're going to let this thing evolve to the point where it might think us to be a threat.
A threat. Danger. Man.
And these are the kind of things,
Look, like, you just scared me.
And he's asking him, he's like, well, how long, and how
long we got?
How possible is it for human beings to, and maybe can we integrate that with people, and how does it, to keep the reins on it, because otherwise it's a scary concept, man.
Scary
it's
concept.
A very scary concept.
Yes, it is.
In the meantime, Alexa, order my dinner.
Okay. Alexa's like, no problem.
We're like, yeah, put a little poison.
Turn off my lights. You know what? I'm joking, but BSG is giving you free GPS thermostats right now that automatically turn. I mean, it was just perfect. That automatically turn off and on and on and off and all those great things. And it's a great time for you to save money and energy by just getting you some BSG home security or home entertainment. You can do automatic garage door openers, the doorbell phone, doorbell cameras, all of that good stuff was with BSG. I'm just saying, it just seemed like a great one. Y'all take a listen. Wait, don't take a listen yet. It's not time. It's not time to take a listen yet.
Push the button, Nika.
I'm pushing it, dang it.
Did you know you can protect your home and your family for as low as $14.95 or turn your home into a smart home at an affordable price? BSG has protected families and communities. They care about each family and give a full survey of your home and or business to recommend the right products for you. You are a name and not a number. You will have security options to choose from with easy access and surveillance from your phone and your smartwatch. Home security, home automation, home theater, alarm monitoring, as low as $14.95 a month. What's more important than your family and your kids? Your home. Get full control right at your fingertips, along with expert home security consultation and award-winning service. Call 210-877-1222 or visit them at bsgtexas.com. That's bsgtexas.com. BSG, making home automation simple. Tank's Pizza, located at 902 North New Braunfels Avenue, is the home of a modern interpretation on classic Italian dishes with the use of only the best and high-quality ingredients. You want pasta? They've got it. Calzones? They've got it. Wings? They've got it. And they even got salads for my healthy eaters with lunch specials and a lunch buffet, all for less than $10. And don't forget to wash it down with a glass of Kool-Aid. Their hours of service are Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Saturday, 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. Be sure you call my people at 210-320-9224. That's 210-320-9224. Yes, they do deliver. Just call them. Tank's Pizza. All that's missing is you.
YO Productions presents Leave 'em Laughing Comedy Jam, September 28th at 8 p.m. Doors open at 7 at the Continental Cafe, 6390 Fairdale Drive. With your headliner, Miss I'm Real With It, Benita Ward, along with Delisha Ellis, Bobby Smith, your musical guest, Miss Wendy Godley, and the host from Second Verse, Miss Glow. Someone from the audience will be lucky enough to give a 5-minute performance. Be sure to get your tickets and get them early. $15 pre-sale, $20 at the door, or $30 pre-sale for preferred seating, $40 at the door. Cash bar available with food and drinks. Be sure to get your tickets at eventbrite.com.
Y'all, you heard it right there.
Jippers.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Be
so
sure
look,
to get your tickets at eventbrite.com.
I need you to watch Power. Now that it's the season finale, I need you to go back and
watch Power, Nika.
Really?
I don't think I do.
Are you sure?
I would have watched it already. But I hear that there's a whole lot of stuff, and you're going to tell me what happened on Power anyway.
OMG, people. Like, it was so good. So, I mean, I was so ready for Angie to get shot because Angie is, she was the side chick. and I'm not too fond of side chicks. So I wasn't just gonna just.
That sounds personal. I love them. I mean, what? What'd I say? What were the words?
That's all right. I got it in the net. Don't worry about it. But yeah, like I'm not, the whole side chick thing is, so I didn't really like Angie. It was just something about the whole situation. I just didn't like it. And so I really thought she would have been dead by now. You know what I'm saying? But everything that Ghost, poor Tommy. Y'all, does anybody out there feel sorry for Tommy? Like, I'm just like, this the boy had killed his girlfriend. He done killed his daddy. He done killed, 382 other people, but those weren't that important to him. But he like
Tommy.
Tommy, that's the white.
Head look like a milk dud?
That's the white boy Tommy. Not that Tommy.
Oh.
Not Martin Tommy.
Oh, okay. That's the only Tommy I know.
That Tommy. Loyal as heck. But this is my question that I have for you, because me and Pep was talking about this yesterday on her feed, and I told her that I thought that Tommy was shooting Ghost. Like, he wasn't going for Angie. He was cool to hit Angie, right? But Angie clearly, was kissing him. I love you too, Ghost. She saw Tommy. She moved him out the way.
Nobody can hear you.
And then got hit. And then got hit right in the chest. So if she wouldn't have moved him out the way, he would have shot Ghost. Because she clearly moved him out the way. So I'm like, OMG. But Tommy, they're like loyal to each other, right? Supposedly.
Okay.
But Ghost always does stuff to make sure he's good. Ghost had Tommy kill his own dad, because basically Tommy's dad was gonna rat Ghost out, not his son. But they made it to where Tommy killed. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all should have killed him. Not make Tommy do y'all's dirty work and kill his own father. So yeah, I think he was about to shoot Ghost. But what do y'all think?
I think I gotta start watching Power
Zay
now.
has no idea what I'm talking about.
I have no idea what she's talking about.
So please, tell me.
Please talk to me.
Who y'all think? So Nicole says Ghost is now the person I hate the most. Look, man,
Right.
I'm with you. Like, he totally manipulates the people to get done what he needs to get done.
Well, the show's called Power.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
guessing, right?
yeah,
So
and it's
I'm guessing
manipulating the
that's what it's
power.
about. He wants power. Is everybody out to get power in this?
Everybody's out to get everybody. Like, there's no one you can trust no one. And really Ghost, and it's that, you got the team. So Ghost and Tommy should be able to trust each other no matter what. Like, if out of everybody in the whole show, those two are supposed to be unbreakable. Not even Ghost and his wife, obviously, because he's cheating on his wife with Angie, right? So so Tommy is loyal to Ghost's wife because they're family. They all grew up together. He's godfather to the kids and all that kind of stuff. And then Tommy and Ghost are supposed to be unbreakable. But Ghost be messing with Tommy. And making him do stuff and keeping secrets and things. And so Ghost, I wouldn't have blamed Tommy for wanting to shoot Ghost in the back, because that's what he been doing to him for the past 2 seasons. In different ways.
Tank's Pizza, located at 9.
We just love pizza.
Love
here.
pizza. Tariq is the one everyone, I believe, hates, and he killed Terry because he was giving Tasha the business. Right. So look, you're right. And he killed Tasha's, but see, again, Ghost is always trying to look out for himself. So he had to kill Tasha's little boyfriend because he's looking out for Tasha, not him. So he wanted basically to implicate Ghost. He made Tommy kill the father, same thing. But then Angie, when Angie's the person that gets arrested and everything, he ain't trying to kill her. He ain't trying to do that because he love her. Right? So they trying to work it out. They was about to kill that girl. Like, they went into the apartment and they was going to kill her. It was going to be gone. I can't believe she survived that scene. But she didn't survive the show. Ooh. Right. We don't know if someone said that she's going to come back, but I don't know if you can come back from a chest shot right there. I think she did. But y'all did not answer my question. Who was Tommy trying to shoot? Right.
I'm just trying to be involved.
Who is Tommy trying to shoot? Was he trying to shoot Ghost, or was he trying to shoot Angie? I'm saying he was trying to shoot Ghost.
You saying he was trying to shoot Ghost?
Yes. And he said, but did Ghost really kill Terry? It just shows him choking him for the most part. Fool, he killed him. He choked him until Terry went like this.
Ooh. Sean Bishop Davis?
Yes.
Is that Bishop?
Yes. That's Bishop.
So don't call him a fool.
Oh, I mean, he's a fool I love. He's a loving fool. I love
Respectfully,
you,
sir.
Sean.
You are a fool.
Speaking of Sean,
Sorry.
Sean, you have a show today. We have the choir coming in for Real Ish today, so I'll see you at 5:30, sir, after work. But anyway, yeah, man. But Angie was a plus to kill it. I believe you, but who was Tommy shooting at? Ghost. Tommy was trying to shoot Ghost. Yes. Thank you.
That's all she wanted.
I just wanted to
Vindication.
Vindication, like I was right. Because in my head, I really was. She was like this. Ooh, ooh. And then her sister said, "What's gonna happen when you die for him?" And she looked like, because you knew, you could. She died for Ghost.
What is the business that they're in?
Drugs.
Okay, that makes sense.
And Angie is a federal attorney. So the funny thing is, a federal prosecutor or whatever the heck. So in the first season, Angie was trying to take down this whole drug ring, crime syndicate thing that was led by Ghost.
Until it pulled her in, and now she's...
No.
No?
It was so great. So it was led by Ghost. So she was trying to figure out Ghost. She was trying to find Ghost. She was trying to figure out what was going on. Meanwhile, she was sleeping with Ghost. But he wasn't
on the
called
slide.
Ghost, right? His real name on the show. What's Ghost's name? Freaking, I can't even think of his name right now.
Jimmy.
But she was calling him he's not ghosting to the public. He doesn't introduce himself as Ghost.
Right.
So he's,
Hello, Mr. President. I'm Ghost.
So he's sleeping. He has this whole other ulterior or a whole nother ego, or not ego, whole nother
Persona.
person. With her. So life is different. I'm a club owner. I'm a this. I'm a that. You know this. I'm this guy.
I own a candy store.
Right. So that's who she was sleeping with. So then when she found out, well, that's who she was cheating on, right? So the wifey, when she found out about the cheating, she was like, "You dumb."
Son.
Right? Not only are you cheating with the man, but you sleeping with Ghost. He is Ghost. You trying to catch, and that's how she was. No, that's how she was.
Wow.
Why? And she was
Hold on a second.
right.
Hello? Hey, boo.
Yeah, she was so distraught. She couldn't believe she was sleeping with Ghost, and she's been trying to arrest Ghost, and she's sleeping with Ghost, and she's in love with Ghost. So it's a whole thing. Yeah, it's been a whole thing. It was great. That was my favorite episode, the day that she found out that she was sleeping with Ghost. That's
James St. Patrick.
Thank you, James St. Patrick.
James St. Patrick.
With his sexy ass.
He's all right. But
I'm
he's
just
not
saying.
real. Sorry.
CJ says she may not be dead though, but I mean, how does she live that? How do you live that? And why would she stay alive? She's no longer of any use to us.
What contract dispute? Right. Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, can't wait for Power next. Empire's coming on next. So get down for the Empire coming up soon.
Right. Mm-hmm. I think I'll watch. I think maybe I'll. If it's on Netflix, you think Power's on Netflix?
It is.
Or on
no.
Prime?
It's
Prime?
on that one.
It's on Prime.
Yeah.
Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
I think.
And you can watch
maybe
all
I'll
the
watch
seasons.
Maybe I'll watch all the
Do
seasons.
that
How many
for me.
seasons are there?
5.
It's like homework.
I was late. I got there on season 3, so I had to.
You had to catch up yourself.
Yeah, I had to do that. My same thing.
Okay. Well, a little bit of Me Too news. So the head of CBS, Les Moonves, was had allegations come out against him, I believe in April or something like that. Was it April? June? Anyway, so
6 more
there was
just came out.
6 more just came out, and now he was asked to step down.
Yeah.
I guess they were trying to internally investigate the earlier allegations, but now that we have all these new allegations, CBS was just kind of like, my man, we're gonna need you to just
go ahead and go.
Go ahead and go.
Go ahead and go.
So the idea is that he's leaving, I guess, but let me show you big. There it is. Let's move as to step down. But he also is supposed to have this massive golden parachute severance pay, his severance package. You know how when they tell you need to go to HR and get your severance package, and you might get a couple weeks pay or whatever, to help you bridge when you get laid off.
Right.
Well, this man's couple weeks pay, or his severance package, is said to be $100 million. Right.
To not work no more?
Right. Well,
To step down after I did bad to all these women, and now I got to step down.
well,
but
that's the thing, right? So depending on the investigation, will decide whether or not CBS is
get
going to
this
give them
$100 million.
anything.
Thank you.
Yeah, like
because I mean, what kind of freaking? So this is this white privilege crap that we talking about, right? So poor Cosby. What's going on with Cosby? Well, he was guilty, right? He in jail.
He's guilty. I don't know.
Is
if
he
he's
in jail right now?
I think we would have seen pictures
Something,
of dude
right?
on his way into jail.
So I don't know what's going on with
Maybe
Cosby, but they done
home
took his reruns off the show. They done took everything off. You know,
find
all
out
the
what's
black
going on
people,
with
they done try to ruin their career and they can't do nothing for nothing no
well,
more.
people. Let's not put extra, right? Because
People.
Kevin Spacey is also like
Kevin,
he can't.
which one was Kevin?
Kevin Spacey, from House of Cards.
Yeah, he can't do nothing.
I mean, he can't do
nothing.
anything either, right?
Yeah, he
There's
can't do
a
nothing.
bunch of
He can't do nothing.
people of all colors.
Yeah. Well, and you know what? I'll
This
even
guy
say,
tried to come back last week, the week before. That comedian.
I don't know which one.
He went to the Comedy Store, the Comedy Cellar in New York, as a surprise thing, and did a set 20 minutes or whatever it was to people that were there. And some people welcomed it like, oh yeah, cool, good to see you again. And then
Yeah.
some people were like, how dare you?
Like, I don't want to see you.
Yo, this is a dude that was basically exposing himself to women, you know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
just pulling out his penis. You need to touch it. You're not gonna touch it. Okay.
Okay, let me put it back.
I would like for you to touch it though.
Yeah.
Can you sure you don't want to touch it?
Mm.
It's ready for you to touch. No. Well, what if I move closer? Will you touch it then?
I put
Can
it
you
to the left.
Can you put that? How about just 2 fingers? What if you just
Oh my
what if you just stroke the
gosh.
side a little
I so want to beat him up right now. I don't even know who he is.
Right.
I don't even know who he is.
Oh my gosh! Why am I drawing a
I
blank?
have no idea.
It's on the feed.
But
I'm
you're
sure
right.
Somebody on the feed is gonna.
And you know, it's also there's some level of how much money you do currently have as well, because so these big CEO operators of these businesses and stuff.
Louis C.K.
Who?
Louis C. Oh come on, Louis
I
C.K.
don't know who that
Louis C.K. One of the biggest comedians on the planet.
is. Oh wow.
Anyway, so
Look at
when
me. Oh wow.
when
Is
he
he?
when he came back, the backlash was like, "How dare you come?" Like some people just didn't want him to come back, but the "How dare you" was because these people paid money to see a show, and then you get sprung on them
Right.
during the show, and then it's almost like you had a hostage crowd.
Gotcha.
Some of these people probably didn't want to see you,
Right.
right?
Right.
And then, but they paid their $20, so they got to sit there, or $30 or whatever,
And they got to
$50
sit
or
through
whatever. it might be.
your set.
They got to sit through your set to get to the rest of it. I mean, so some people were saying that, and so he did. So he came back, but they didn't want him to.
Right.
So there's a lot of different. It spans the rainbow. Aziz Ansari was an issue too. Good morning. So anyway, let's move. As is going to have to step down.
Yeah.
Maybe get his $100 million, but they're saying also that out of that 100, CBS will be donating $20 million to the Me Too movement.
Oh, okay.
Out of his money.
Out of his money.
whatever it's going to be. Yeah.
Well, all right. I mean,
We'll find out about
at
the
me.
settlement. Well, that's the thing,
$80
right?
million,
So if
like-
you get $100 million as your severance pay, but then you may not get that. But imagine if your severance is $100 million, how much you're making on a yearly basis
Right.
for staying in that position.
Right.
Like if you're in that position, what is you
What
getting?
is you bringing
What are
in?
you bringing in?
A lot.
That $100 million is your severance. Like if we get a severance, it's if I'm working at a job and I'm the assistant manager of whatever, and then I end up getting laid off or have to step down, and then I get a severance package, 2 or 3 weeks pay, right? Okay.
Yeah.
But it's not a year's pay. It's not 5-10 years pay.
Yeah.
This man's getting $100 million as his 2-3 weeks pay, maybe.
right.
Damn.
I'm with you, boo. I'm
What are
with
you
boo.
getting? Yeah. What
I'm
are
with you,
and
but-
then
but
and
it's
then
hard.
disgraced, right? Because he's also married to
Right.
Julie Chen. Julie Chen?
Oh, the girl from the View,
From
the
the
from
other
the
one.
from the
The
talk.
Talk.
From
That's his wife.
That's why she has a show.
Julie, I mean, she's on the Talk. She's the host of the Big Brother.
Yeah.
She's all over CBS,
Yeah,
and that is also
yeah.
his wife.
Yeah,
So then, what
yeah.
happens with her? I mean, she'll probably stay because I gotta get this money. Well, now I'm the only one in the family actually with a job, maybe.
Well,
but
if her shows stay on,
that's the question, right? So 100 million, and then what happens with your? I mean, there's no reason. She's also very talented.
There's no reason why she
was
shouldn't
also
be on.
she was also an anchor there and a
Yeah.
reporter there for
Yeah.
CBS Network for a long time before
Yeah.
they got married, and they
So there's
met
no
there,
reason
I
why
guess.
they should.
There's no reason
She has talent.
She has talent,
Right.
not only talent, but she's also respected in her field, and she's a thing.
But if she files for divorce, what Nicole said, we gonna
If
get
she
that
files for
100 million, baby, and then some.
Well, that's the other question, right? Did she already know?
Did she know?
That's your girl. Not only your girl, that's your wife. And some of this stuff happened even back in the 80s. Like it's some of these allegations, they span the decades.
Yeah,
right?
you know,
when
she
they
probably
were married and weren't.
She probably
So,
like, baby, you pulled your dick out on me in the closet. We know you did something.
we know you did that. Maybe.
At the CBS Christmas party. You remember what you did to me. That's
Right.
why we date today.
It just worked on me. Or, imagine the intrigue if it was like you did that, and that's why I have all these shows now. What? I'm just
Look at me.
It ain't necessarily real. This is the power version. Version of the
that
show,
would
right?
definitely
But
be me.
imagine that's why we married now, because I said, look, if
Right.
you're gonna do that, my daddy said I need to marry whoever's I touch first. and four shows, please.
Or
Thank
baby,
you.
right. Or baby, I forgive you, but it looks like this 4:00 time slot needs to look a little different. Yeah.
I think it needs some of us.
Nika at 10,
Yeah.
2, 4,
4,
6. Tune in to me.
And Big Brother. Thank you. Oh, and I need to also produce them.
And I need to be the producer. Yeah. So I
Right?
get 2
Because
checks.
that's where the bread is.
And so I can get 2 checks.
Because that's where the bread is. So anyway, let's move as a step down at CBS. Also something that would be very interesting to see where this ends up, because it's certainly interesting that Weinstein, it brought him down almost right away.
Right.
With this dude, it took 2 hits.
Oh, yeah.
Which goes to show
His
the
money.
power.
Right. His
that's
money behind that.
this guy, right? The
That's why
power
I
that
stopped
this
and
man
I said,
has.
okay, I'm going to get off of color and I'm going to get off of money. Situations, right? Because
Right.
the ones that had the most power and that most bankroll
Right.
are taking longer.
Right.
Where it seems like more of a slap on the hand than it does, oh my God, like your life is ruined, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, look, we got about 3 more minutes before we get out of here, so let me give you this last bit of stuff.
Okay.
George Zimmerman threatened Jay-Z and Beyonce again over the Trayvon Martin documentary.
Wow.
He says, I know how to handle people who F with me.
Okay.
Been doing it since the year that he killed.
Been doing it since the first guy.
Yeah. So that's basically what he said. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure. All right. Mr. Zimmerman.
He ain't doing
just
nothing.
as an aside, if I know you're watching, just as an aside, right? Number one, you, sir, no matter what the law says, seemingly are a murderer.
Yeah, pretty
Okay,
much.
so you know how to murder people is basically what you're saying.
Yeah.
Right.
And stalk him because he's been accused of that as well.
I know that J and B, they got shooters on their team. Right. So, and people that don't murder, they just know how to do what they do.
Right.
So I would also caution you to tread lightly when
With
you
that
are,
challenge.
yeah, and especially when you are talking to a J that's from Brooklyn, that wasn't always on the right side of the law, and he advertises it.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So tread lightly, sir,
Yeah.
because just because they have money now doesn't mean that they always had it, and they certainly have.
And
dealt
really, just
with,
because they have money now means that they have paid people to do stuff.
right, they certainly have dealt with more serious folks than you.
I would be more
sir.
concerned now.
Yeah, please.
Just saying. Chance the Rapper partners with the Lyft Fund to donate to Chicago school system. So thank you, Mr. Chance the Rapper. Of course, it was week 1 for the NFL. My Cowboys all the way sucked until the 4th quarter, and they tried to play. And we are not going to have this, Cowboys, before we get too deep in this relationship and everything's going on. I need y'all to work it out. Dak, I'm there with you. Jerry, you can kiss my ass. But whatever. Who would you
Damn.
go for? Indians?
You
Is
go
that
for the Redskins?
Redskins?
Redskins.
I just saw an Indian.
That's baseball.
Right. So Redskins won. So Black is happy about that.
Steelers Browns tied.
Yes, they did. So
Interesting.
one of them had a 0-13 streak last year.
The Browns.
The Browns.
The Browns, yeah.
So
those
the-
guys were like, yay, we tied.
We tied. So this is what was so funny about it.
Against
they
the
said,
Steelers,
they
too, which is a
said,
big deal.
They said the commentators said, well, the Browns won't go 0-13 this year. They tied their first game. I said,
It's only up from here.
it's only I mean, you can. That's all you can do is go up, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
congratulations on the tie.
Yeah.
And
There was some controversy over that the Carrie Underwood song. What did you guys?
What did Carrie Underwood
intro,
do?
The intro song for the NFL. She's been doing it
Oh, for
since
Sunday
like
night.
2010
Oh,
or
I
something
know
like
that. I know Boys to Men. I know Boys to Men did the anthem on the Thursday night game and apparently redid the whole thing and revitalized, remixed,
Well, this isn't the anthem now. This is the introduction
right to the
before
song.
the game. Before
Well, just
the
the
game.
song. I just heard that.
Game time or something like that.
Sunday night football. Okay, so what's wrong with
and
it?
the guy that throws and the one that catches and runs and then the other guys hit him. Yeah. I don't think that's the
Football,
song.
but yeah, it's
according to
close.
Twitter, it was that good.
Oh, it sucked.
People they were on the fence about whether or not they liked it. Some people liked
okay.
it. A lot of people gave it a lot of hate. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like
Well,
what?
they try to make a new song, like some kind of new version of the song every year. So they didn't like this one.
Yeah, I like this one.
Did anybody hear Boys to Men and their anthem? Was it good? Oh, it was good. Okay, I didn't know if it was bad or not. Because remember when Jamie Foxx did it for the fight? That was bad. He was something. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's good.
Boys to Men anthem. We're gonna have to look that up.
Yeah. And then of course also, what was I gonna say? What was this? We talked about all of that.
We talked about a lot today.
The
There was a
Louisiana
lot going
mayor,
on.
I know, that's the only other thing that I was going to tell you before we go. The Louisiana
Oh.
mayor actually put out there that he banned booster clubs from buying Nike.
Yeah.
And this is part of, because Louisiana is pretty big, they have multiple mayors
Louisiana has a lot of cities as a
Right.
state,
as a state.
and
Yes.
there are mayors of those cities.
All of those different cities. I was
Sure.
like, how many of them do they have?
As many cities as they have mayors.
Well, how many do you think?
Hundreds. I'm sure there are hundreds of cities in and around Louisiana.
We don't know. How many mayors do you think
How
we
many
have in
mayors do you
Louisiana?
think Texas has?
Ooh.
Yeah,
So
but
we
how
have
many
a-
mayors?
I know, that's what I'm thinking.
You're not a
I don't-
mayor of a county.
No, it's not a mayor of a
Florida
county. It's
has
just mayor of a city.
Mayor of a city. So I think it's Kern,
So-
Louisiana, or Kern.
Yeah,
or
it's
Keene?
one of them little bitties.
Keene.
Because whatever I was like, what's this place?
So apparently,
I did.
so
It's
apparently,
called-
the town council is trying to overturn his little letter to stop buying
Yes.
Nike.
So-
they're not having it.
and people were putting up, on Twitter like, make sure you go vote.
Yeah.
They're disappointed in my city.
Right.
That kind of thing. So they're not happy with the mayor at all of Wichita. I'm just kidding. I don't know the name of the place, but and even the youth centers were saying that, look, man, we're not about to deny anybody's donations or anything that people give because it's got Nike on it. Like, it's not happening.
Right.
We need help as it is, and you trying to tell us that we can't take some Nike socks when the people need socks?
Yeah.
Like, not happening. So yeah. Somebody please tell me how many mayors are in Louisiana.
Oh my gosh.
I'm curious. I just want to know. You gonna count?
How many cities in Louisiana?
Thanks. I appreciate you. I just want to know.
So there's 4.6 million people that live in Louisiana, and
I didn't know. That's a lot. That's a little bit.
4 million people.
Well, what's the state of Texas?
I mean, there's 300 million in the country. 4 million live in Louisiana, but there's also like 50 million in like the major states. So wherever there's a major city, right?
Right.
But
It's the seventh.
there's apparently more people live in New York City than live in Louisiana.
Right. Right. Because that's what I was saying. I think we had under 2 million as a
Right,
city.
as a city. Oh my gosh, you're gonna make me sit here and look. It has this many cities.
Oh, dang. Okay, Louisiana.
That's how many cities it
packed
has.
full of cities.
So that's also how many mayors they have.
Well,
Nika.
absolutely. Now,
Damn.
can you tell me the
And
one?
there's only 4 million people that live in all these places together.
Yeah.
Oh
you're
wait.
right. So what's the
Never
the
mind.
city? So what's
Never
the
mind.
which one? Because I thought I wrote it down, but it didn't.
It was. I can look just here. It's Keener.
Keener. Yeah, that's it.
Is it Keener? Let me just go back to.
I feel like it was. I feel like.
Let me just go back to this.
I feel like it had a
story.
KKK in it.
Wow. Kenner, Louisiana Mayor Ben Zahn III. On that note, perhaps we should call it at 10:05.
We gonna call it. All right, we love you guys. So Nicole says 304 cities.
304 cities.
All right.
Thank you, Nicole.
All right, my loves. Thank you so very much, the Lord. Thank you so very much for waking us up for another day and giving us another opportunity to uplift the kingdom. Give us the strength, the knowledge, and everything that we need to just rock out this week. Be the best that we can be. Get to the levels in which you want us to get to, and also help somebody else climb along the way. Give us traveling grace today, and let's just have peace and love in our hearts, knowing all things are possible through Him. In Jesus' name, I pray. Amen. Amen. And amen.
Amen. There you have it, guys. Make sure to stay safe out there in the rain today. Keep it sexy. Keep it cool.
Keep it
right?
clean.
Keep it clean. And keep it classy.
Yes.
We just added cool to that one, too.
You added cool today.
Okay, we added cool.
I like it. Cool, clean,
Cool is
classy,
fine. Cool, clean, classy, and under control.
and under control.
Is that a...
Did you dab or check your
yeah,
armpits?
I
What
dabbed.
was that?
No, it was a dab, maybe. Might have been a dab. Might have been
I was like, it was a fresh check or a dab. What was that up? That's
Only
probably where
humans.
the dab came
I
from.
have never seen a monkey or any other animal do that. That's crazy. All right, guys.
You've never seen a
keep it
monkey
all
like
those
this?
things. What?
You ever seen a monkey baby like?
To check themselves?
Well, we
Probably
don't know
not.
if they doing that.
How do you? They like people, Nika.
You're right.
They're like people.
Apparently.
Anyway, keep all those things, and of course, above all, keep it safe out there, guys.
Yes.
Keep it
We
safe.
love you guys
We love
so
you
very
guys.
much.
We'll see you guys tomorrow. Kissy face. Mwah.
We out.
Wait, Nika.